What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and I will be covering your UFC Vegas 27 full card predictions in the building. Rothwell versus Cody Garbrandt. I like this card. It's actually a really good card. We have a lot of good fights, but yeah, man, let's get to it. Let's start it with the curtain jerker, the card opener. Damir Ismagulov versus Rafael Alves. Man, great fight here. I like the fight. It's dope, man. In terms of where these guys match up, man, if we look at records, Damir comes in with 22-1. He's from Kyrgyzstan, age 30, height 5'9", and reaches 74. Alves is 19-9. Is fighting out of Brazil. Well, I think he's fighting out of Florida because he's with MMA Masters. Height 5'8" and reaches 68. So Damir, I'm sorry for mispronouncing his name, does have the reach advantage in this matchup. I mean, I think these guys are high-level guys. Now, obviously, Rafael Alves did shame himself at the weigh-ins last time, but he's a really good fighter. He's riding some type of, crazy win streak, right? Yeah, I think it's a 4 or 5 fight win streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 fight win streak. Has looked amazing in his last bout against Alejandro Flores on the Contender Series, and is looking like a legitimate contender at lightweight. Super explosive. Can do fucking backflips. You know, the guy is crazy. And I mean, really good wrestling. Really good jiu-jitsu. Really strong striking. Really good striking. But I think Damir, he's well-rounded, man. The guy, him himself, he's obviously been in the UFC. He's had his UFC debut. Now that's been a minute against Thiago Moises and Joel Alvarez, right? These are some good opponents he beat, but that was in 2019. Now we're in 2021. You know, that was a while ago, right? So it's looking like a year and 8 months ago. You know, and Thiago Moises is going to be, ever since that loss, he's going to be fighting Islam Makhachev. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I think, but based on, in terms of activity, I'd have to go Rafael Alves has the advantage in this matchup. But I think Damir, he's so well-rounded. He's good everywhere. I think he's a really good fighter, and I think he gets a decision. I think I'm looking at a 28-29 kind of situation. I think Rafael Alves might win the first or the second round, but I think Damir, with his wrestling, his striking, him just being a more well-rounded fighter, I think will win him this fight. And I got Damir taking this by decision. Next up, Victor Rodriguez versus Bruno Silva. Not really much to talk about. Victor Rodriguez got treated like a female in his last fight by Anthony Hernandez. No shame in that. He lost a really good... no, not Anthony Hernandez. I'm sorry, man. Adrian Yanez. I got him mixed up with Fluffy. Oh, man. He lost to Adrian Yanez. He got hit with a head kick really hard. I do respect his Muay Thai coach. I really like his Muay Thai. I forgot the guy's name, but I follow him on Instagram. He works with Juan Archuleta and all those guys. I respect that about his game. He does come in with the reach advantage. He is 67, and Bruno is 66. But I feel like Bruno, he's fought better competition than him, and he hasn't looked bad against those guys. He went to a draw against Khalid Taha, fought David Dvořák, really good fighter, who's also on this card, and lost to Tiger Mblekov. So, and then just beat JP Rise by KO. I think it's kind of hard to doubt this kid right now, but I think Bruno Silva is due for a knockout. I got him winning by second round TKO. That's what I'm going. I'm going Bruno Silva by second round TKO. So, if I didn't say it, I'm also going Damir Ismagulov by decision. I'm saying that right now. Some of you guys don't be listening, or sometimes I don't say it, but I try to tell y'all what my exact prediction is. Then next up, Bill Algeo versus Ricardo Ramos. That's the next fight we're going to be talking about. Algeo comes in with a good record of 14-5. Is fighting out of Pennsylvania, age 31, height of 6 foot, and reaches 73.5. Ricardo Ramos is 14-3, age 25, a height 5'9", and reaches 72. So both guys are pretty tall, lanky guys. Really decent strikers with decent grappling games. Algeo uses his grappling game defensively. I would say Ramos will use his grappling game offensively. Decent strikers. I would say Algeo is the better striker, and also would give Ramos the better grappling advantage. In terms of wins, Algeo's coming off a win over Spike Carla. I picked him for that. That ginger boy thought he was gonna get a dub, and Ramos is coming off a not a bad loss. Leron. Did I say Leron? Lauren Murphy. I mean, Murphy's a really good fighter. I think he's in the up and up. I look at him almost like Leon Edwards. I think the kid's going to be really good in this featherweight division. Now, Ramos does train at an Alpha Male. I do live near Alpha Male, so I don't live that close. I'm just Sacramento and Oakland ain't that close. But I do know guys that are part of that gym, right, and that work with that gym more in the wrestling side than anything. And they say a lot of good things about Ramos. They say he's doing really, really good in there. But I don't really care, man. I know everyone's like, because I do have friends that, are wrestling in San Francisco State. So they do some work with Uriah Faber and those Sacramento guys. And they keep telling me, oh, dude, this Ramos is so good, bro. Sometimes I see him get sparring sessions with Cody Garbrandt and this and that. That's cool. He's still going to get his ass whipped by Bill Algeo. I don't care what any of y'all say. I got Algeo winning this. By decision. He does have the reach advantage, not by a lot, really by 173.5 against 72, right? I think Algeo will win this by decision, and I think he'll take over. I just feel like he has the better gas tank, and I think his takedown defense looked really, really good against Ricardo Lamas, who is a great fight. He almost won that fight. He hurt Lamas. He did so many great things on his debut, took the fight on short notice after, Ryan Hall faked the injury. So, yeah, it is what it is. Next fight, Claudio Silva versus Court McGee. Two old dudes in this game getting it done. This is a hard one. This is a hard one for me. I really like Court McGee. I like his story about how he overcame his drug addiction. I have a lot of respect for him. He is the younger guy in this matchup. In terms of records, Claudio Silva comes with a record of 14-2. He's fighting out of Brazil, age 38, height 5'11", and reaches 71. All for Claudio Silva. Court McGee comes in with a record of 19-10. Is fighting out of Utah, age 36. That's why I said he was the younger guy. Height 5'11", and reaches 75.5. So, Court McGee is riding a 3-fight losing streak to Carlos Condit, Sean Brady, and Diego Lima. I wouldn't say those are bad losses to have, but that Diego Lima loss was a split decision. Does have a win over Alex Garcia, or Garcia. That was 2 years ago. And he does have a loss to Sean Strickland, who is ranked, I think, number 11 at middleweight. He does have a win over Robert Whitaker. He can live on that one. Claudio Silva also has his own good win against Leon Edwards. That was 6 years ago, though. He is coming off a loss for Claudio Silva from James Krause. He didn't do too bad in that fight. He just kind of got outworked in the striking and couldn't get it on the ground. Here's what I think. Court McGee got dropped on the feet against Carlos Condit. Weirdly enough, Court McGee kept it standing with Carlos Condit. He's more of a wrestler. And I think in this matchup, he's going to feel like, I got to get back to my wrestling roots. And I think he's just going to get caught up by Claudio by either a second-round sub or a first-round sub. I'm gonna go Claudio Silva by second-round sub. I just feel like Court McGee, does he have a chance to wear on an older Claudio Silva? Yeah, maybe. Maybe has Claudio missed a step? Yeah. But, this is a decent turnaround for him. Before, he would be super, not active, he fought Cole Williams, right? That was a year ago. And then, he fought Danny Rump. That was 2 years ago. So it's like, these 2 year-long breaks, or year-long breaks he'll take. So inactivity has kind of plagued him. Can Court McGee take advantage of that? Maybe. Can he get an upset? Maybe. Can he use his wrestling? I don't know. Have we seen Court McGee ever really get submitted? Now, that's a real question. I've never really seen that, to be honest. So, I don't know if he's lost a lot of decisions. He's won a lot of, So he's never been submitted in his career. I don't think I've ever seen it. But Claudio Silva's really, really good on the ground. So I don't know. I will take Claudio Silva by submission in the second one. I just think Court, in just terms of his mentality and how he'll show up, I think he'll be just somewhat of a nutcase in this matchup. And I think he'll just be he'll try to rush things, you know what I'm saying, and try to get a submission real quick and do his thing. Next matchup, Yancy Medeiros versus Damir Hadžović. Not much to talk about here. You know, Yancy comes with records 15-7. He's fighting at Hawaii, age 33, which is something to look at. Still in his prime. Height of 5'10" and reaches 75.5. Damir is 13-6. Is fighting out of Denmark, age 34, height 5'9", and reaches 70. So, Yancy Medeiros has been coming off some wars lately. He's been knocked out of his last 3 fights. Or no, not of his last 3 fights. Well, is he? Yeah, he actually has been finished, right? Out of his last 3, he's been finished twice. I forgot Greg Gillespie finished him on the ground. His durability is probably one thing that's in check. Damir has been just getting caught up with grapplers. Or guys that can really take him down or submit him, like, for instance, Renato Mocanho. Really, it comes down to, has Yancy Medeiros fixed some of his skills, or is he still durable enough to deal with Damir, or can Damir take advantage of the fact that Yancy isn't as durable as he used to be, or has lost some of his durability due to those wars? I mean, that fight with Cowboy Alex Oliveira was insane. Both guys are strikers. I don't really see Damir going for any takedowns. I don't know how I look at this. I probably got Yancy Medeiros winning this. I think, losing like that to Lando Venado, losing like that to Greg Gillespie, he's on a 3-fight losing skid. Obviously, Damir's on a 2-fight losing skid. So both guys are gonna come after. I think this is gonna be on the feet. I think Yancy should utilize his jab. He should be the longer fighter. He should take advantage of that. He's had a lot of time to rest since that Lando Venado loss. It's been a year and 2 months to really look at himself in the mirror and be like, what does he want to do with his career? And I think he's in a good spot. I honestly think his jab and his movement and his striking should win him this fight. I got Yancy Medeiros by decision. Even though Damir can win this, I could see a knockout. Damir does have that power, but man, like the guy he knocked out, Polo Reyes, I don't know what he was thinking doing what he did. Like come on, man, going for an Imanari role. Like, dude, what is wrong with you? But I got Yancy Medeiros by decision. Next fight, Sarah Alpar versus Stephanie Egger. Decent female fight. Both girls are coming off losses. Sarah Alpar was coming off a loss to Jessica Rose Clark. That was brutal. She got fucked up in that fight. Stephanie Egger didn't come off a really bad, brutal loss, but she did lose to Tracy Cortez, so I kind of, that's not the best thing in the world to me. I don't think Tracy is, to me, fade material. I think she's a future fade, looking at the way she, how she was dealt with in her last fight. But I will give her credit. Stephanie Egger does have some judo accolades somehow. I don't know how she got out grapple fucked by Tracy Cortez, so I don't know. Sarah Alpar is somewhat of a grappler, I would say. She looked really good in her Contender Series win. She got the W there over Shayna Young. I thought that was pretty dope. Stephanie Egger does have a crazy reach advantage of 68 compared to Sarah Alpar's 63. But I don't know. I just didn't like. Obviously, Sarah is the younger girl. She's 29, but Stephanie's 32. She's still in her prime. She's not old. She's the taller girl. She's the longer girl. So she should be able to use her reach and try to be able to outstrike her. That's what she seems like she likes to do, is outstrike girls. But she does have some submissions on her record. But I feel like she likes to knock girls out. Sarah Alpar wants to get this on the ground. And I'm going to take Sarah Alpar. I think just looking at the way how Tracy Cortez was able to control her on the ground, I didn't like seeing that. It seemed too easy. Sarah Alpar, that's kind of her game, and I don't know if it's the lack of MMA experience. She's 5-2, going up against 9-5, but I think Sarah Alpar should get this done by decision. Next fight, Joshua Culibao versus Yan Shai. I mean, really, really good scrap right here. Joshua Culibao comes with a record 8-1. He's fighting out of Sydney, Southwest Wales, age 26, a height of 5'10", and a reach of 73. Yan Shai, the Wolverine, comes with a record of 19-6. Man, crazy record. Comes from China. His age is unknown. That probably won't give me his age. Height of 5'8" and a reach of 70.9. Crazy record. Shah's, I think one of his last losses was to Zhu Rong. No shame in that. Zhu Rong is a decent fighter. I think is it the same Zhu Rong? I might be tripping. It might be a different Zhu Rong. Let me see if it's the same Zhu Rong. I could be tripping. Yeah. It's the Yeah, that's the one that lost to Rodrigo Vargas in his last fight. But, Zhu's not a bad fighter. He's a knockout artist. So, yeah, I was thinking that guy. And I did pick him. He did disappoint me. But Joshua Culibao, I mean, he looked amazing in his last fight against, I forgot the kiddo's name, Charles Jourdain. Man, Charles Jourdain, I don't know, man. That kid is... He ceases to amaze me. Every time I see him fight, I mean, that kid is special. There's something about, I don't know how far that kid can go, but he's a stud. And I hope he knows that. That kid, I was just truly shocked in his last performance. He's down 2 rounds in my humble opinion. I thought he was losing the fight. Tells his coaches, I want to be a champion. Goes out there and finishes the guy. I think Rojo, really good fighter too. Rojo, so I think he has a fight coming up, which is going to be dope. I know y'all probably heard those fucking drag races they be doing around my neighborhood. But Joshua Culibao, I thought he was going to lose that fight to Charles Jourdain, and he went out there and gave Jourdain the business. Obviously, the records are a little different. He does have a loss to Jalen Turner, which isn't a bad, good fighter. I actually like Jalen. But I'm taking Joshua Culibao by decision. I think Yilan Shaw is really, really tough. I think he's gonna come out here and scrap, but I think Joshua's his reach, his jab, his grappling, everything. I think he's just a more well-rounded fighter, and man, he made me a believer after that Charles Jourdain fight. I truly believe the kid's good. Next, fight, Justin Tafa versus Jared Vanderaa. Interesting fight. Just Tafa comes with a record of 4-2. Is fighting out of Australia, age 27, height of 6 foot, and a reach of 74. Jared is 11-5. Is fighting out of California, age 29, height of 6'4", and a reach of 80. So this is a really tough fight for me. Actually, I'm actually having a hard time because, yeah, Vanderaa got destroyed by Spivak, but Spivak's a grappler. Tafa isn't that. But Tafa's last fight against Carlos Felipe, a lot of people felt like he got robbed. He has really good power. I don't know. It's just a hard one for me to really pick. He doesn't have the reach advantage, so he's going to have to come in close. He's been finished before. There is a somewhat of an experience advantage that goes to Jared's side. I don't know. I just feel like in terms of the striking, I think Tafa is a better striker. And that's what I feel like this fight's going to be at. So I'm going to take Tafa by second round KO. But I would not be surprised if Jared Vanderaa, I can't say the guy's fucking Vanderaa, or whatever, how you ever, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the W. I'm not going to doubt him here. I think he has a real good chance of getting the W here. So, yeah. But it is what it is. I'm taking Justin Tafa by second round TKO. Next fight, David Dvořák versus Raulian Paiva. I love this fight, man. I love this fight. Ranked fighters. Obviously, I don't know if these are the true rankings, but these are Tapology. I'm going to use Tapology's rankings. David Dvořák has him as the number 12 flyweight in the world. Dope nickname called The Undertaker, by the way. Is fighting at the Czech Republic, age 28, height 5'5", and reach 68. Raulian Paiva is the number 13 flyweight in the world. Obviously, Tapology rankings. These are not the UFC rankings. I would search it up, but I'm a little lazy right now. I don't feel like it. Age 23. No, not age 23. 20-3 is fighting out of Brazil. Age 25. Height of 5'8", and a reach of 69.5. So Raulian Paiva does have the reach advantage. But I'm a big believer in this David Dvořák kid. His boxing is really good. He looked good in his last fight. Raulian Paiva, obviously he has that loss Bontero. It was a doctor stoppage. Then he has that loss of Kai Kara-France via split decision. So he's a good fighter. He's won his last 2 fights. He's on a 2-fight win streak over Mark De La Rosa, KO. And Zaglis Ismagulov. And I like Zaglis. He's a good fighter. A good Kyrgyzstan fighter. Obviously, I feel like he's on the smaller side. He's very scrappy. He tries to go out there and fight. But I think David Dvořák is going to have the better hands. I think he's going to be the better boxer in here. And I think he gets this done by decision. I'm taking David Dvořák. Female fight: Felicia Spencer versus Norma Dumont. Felicia Spencer comes with a record 8-2. She is. They don't have featherweight rankings, so I can't tell you what she is, but I'll assume she's the number 1 featherweight in the world as a contender. I think, actually, I won't lie. What's it called? Tapology has her as the number 3 featherweight in the world. I don't know who's above her. She does have a reach. She does have the reach advantage of 68. Norma Dumont has a reach of 62. I thought Norma was gonna go down to 135. I like Norma. Norma's a very, very, very good looking girl. She had a good win against Ashley Devins. Wait, what's her name? Yeah, Ashley Evans Smith. It's a good victory over there. I think Felicia Spencer is gonna win this fight. I just wonder if she can submit her. I don't know. I think Dumont's a decent grappler, so I think Dumont's going to be tough enough to survive the grappling. What's it called? Positions and stuff like that. So I got Felicia Spencer by decision over Norma Dumont. Next female fight, really awesome ranked fighters: Xiaonan versus Carla Esparza. Y'all know me. I'm a big Yan fan. I'm not gonna say her whole full name. It's super hard to say it. I like her a lot. She's 13-1. Is fighting out of China. I haven't been the biggest believer in her though. I have picked against her. A high to 5-5 and a reach 63. Carla Esparza, Cookie Monster, 17-6. It's on a 4-fight win streak. She's out here killing all these young contenders. She does not give a fuck. Age 33, a high to 5-1 and a reach 63. Former champ Carla Esparza has a real good opportunity of becoming the number 1 contender. I think this is the number 1 contender fight when you really look at it. But it is what it is. It's really hard to doubt Carla Esparza right now. You know, she's beaten Marina Rodriguez, Michelle Watterson, two girls that were just in the main event. You know, I mean, yeah, those were split. I thought she obviously won the Marina Rodriguez fight. The Michelle Watterson one, yeah, that was really close, but they didn't really do anything. She beat Alexa Gray, so I think some people had a problem with that one. And then she beat Verna Jandaroba, which is a decent girl. And her last loss was Tatiana Suarez. Got destroyed in that fight. Xiaonan has fought Claudia Gadelha, who does have a win over Carla Esparza, but that one is even a controversial loss. Some people felt like Carla got robbed. And then she beat Carolina Kovacs, 2 former title challengers. She beat Angela Hill. And is that it? Yeah, she beat those girls. I mean, the girl's a good fighter. If I was to really pick somebody, this is going to be in the apex, I think. I got to go with Xiaonan by decision. I think she showed me enough in the grappling. But Carla doesn't get tired like Claudia Gadelha does. And that's what happened to Claudia. She got tired. Claudia had some success actually in the first round with the grappling, and I think even in the second. But Jan showed some really good get-ups. I just feel like Jan's the better striker. I just do. I think the striking will be a difference. And Carla got lumped up against Marina Rodriguez, y'all. She got lumped up bad. Cookie Monster is somebody you gotta respect, though. She ain't no punk. I'll tell you that. Carla ain't no hoe. She ain't gonna let this girl just walk her over or run her over. That's one thing I'll tell you. Carla ain't no hoe. She will go out there and beat this girl, grind her out, and get her title shot. She knows what's on the line, so it's really hard to doubt her. And I picked against Xiaonan, and I've been so unsuccessful. This might be a good thing for y'all if y'all picking Carla. I've been really bad with picking Yan fights. Actually, I picked her to beat Carolina, though. I'm tripping. But I picked against her, against Claudia. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this fight. I'm going to go Yan. I'm going to go Yan by decision, but I'm not confident in that. Carla Esparza ain't no hoe. She is not no hoe. When I see her fight, she is tough as nails, y'all. Tough as fucking nails. But it is what it is. And the next 2 fights, Jack Hermansson versus Edmen Shahbazyan. I have a breakdown on that. I'm going Edmen Shahbazyan by 2nd round submission. I go super in depth in my breakdown. I don't know if I need to talk too much about it. Obviously, I want you guys to go check that out. I try to give the guys on the undercard and on the prelims and on some of the main card fights more shine. So yeah, I'm just say it like that. I'm going Jack Hermansson by second round submission. So go check that breakdown if you want to see more in depth, point of view and why I feel that way. And then the main event, Rob Font versus Cody Garbrandt. Again, I have a long breakdown on this. But I will say some things. I am not too confident in this pick. I am picking Cody Garbrandt by third round TKO. I'm a big Cody fan, but Rob Font ain't no hoe. Again, he's very technical. Rob is super long. And boys in Boston ain't no hoes. So, but if you want to see more in-depth reasoning for why I'm going with Cody Garbrandt by third round TKO, it's going to be coming out tomorrow. But yeah, man, I got to take Cody Garbrandt. I'm taking Cody. I'm worried, but I just feel like Cody's a faster fighter. I feel like he's the more explosive fighter. Rob's the longer guy, but and I feel like Cody has more skills. So if Cody, uses more of his skills, I feel like he can win this fight. I really do. But that's as much as I'm going to talk about the matchup. But it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's it for me. That's the whole card. Oh snap! Oh man, how did I miss this? Ben Rothwell versus Chris Barnett. I am sorry, y'all. I did not even talk about this. I guess I'll talk about it right now. Ben Rothwell is 38-13. Is fighting in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Age 39 and a height 6'4". Chris Barnett is 21-6. Age 34. Height of 5'9". Let's look at the reach. And a reach of 80. And Chris Barnett's reach is non-applicable. I've seen Barnett compete. I saw him compete against Yoel Romero in a grappling tournament. He is taking this fight on short notice, which I'm just seeing right now, by the way. So this is breaking news. I guess I'll give you guys a live prediction. I got to go with Ben Rothwell. I'm taking Ben Rothwell by decision. He's had the longer camp. This guy's taking it on short notice. So it is what it is. Damn, that's crazy. I don't know. The timestamps are going to be crazy in this video. The timestamps are going to be real crazy in this video, but it is what it is. I guess that's it. I'm taking Ben Rothwell by decision. I'm sorry. I don't know how I missed it. I'm tripping, y'all. But it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go follow me on my Instagram. Go follow me on my Twitter. Also, subscribe if you're new. Comment, share the video, like. Say whatever you got to say. Tell me if I'm tripping on this. Tell me who you're going with. I want to see y'all picks. I like interacting with y'all. It's always super fun to talk to my fans, or I don't want to call you my fans, my subscribers. I always think that's kind of weird and tacky, but it is what it is. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Love y'all and goodbye.